Hello, everyone, and good morning. Welcome to the Tilt. Today's the 18th of September. It's a Thursday. I'm out in the shop today, not doing a weighted ruck at this time of the morning because I've been out here getting a bunch of stuff ready for a Trail Life meeting tonight. Got my Trail Life shirt on under the sweater. It's getting a little cooler up here in the Pacific Northwest now, but I got a couple of fun things. I went with an audiobook this morning, given I was getting some work done out here, and in reading the audiobook, what did I say? Listening to the book? In any case, whatever we're supposed to say about listening to Audible, I was going through David Allen's Getting Things Done. And if you guys have never read this book, I cannot commend it enough. Whether you're a man or woman building a career or trying to build a household, this book, written before a lot of our modern technology we use for productivity and organization, gives you like a real fundamental look at what you're doing. And a lot of times what you're doing is trying to manage time when what you actually need to manage are all the commitments. Because of course we can't move time. I'm gonna get hungry around noon, sun's gonna go down a certain time of day. I can't change any of those things. But what I can do is manage my commitments. But in the book, I'm at this part I'm in, he's talking about pausing to plan, the importance of planning. And that's hard for a lot of people. It's very difficult. Even in 2001, in writing the book, he says it's hard for people to concentrate on something for longer than 30 seconds without having a pen or paper or something, an artifact to focus their energies. It's worse now, folks. Like being able to focus on planning is really, really difficult, even if you have a whole whiteboard or a business planning program to work on. Though, he gave an insight that wasn't directly related to planning, but I think in today's world, the attention span, the way we get drawn to make that shorter and shorter and shorter, what I would see is being able to practice planning out a meeting. Meaning, I've got a meeting at 10 on my calendar today. Have I, for myself, this might be a meeting with a coworker or a manager or a customer, but you just block it out and say to yourself, well, what do I want to say? What do I hope they say in return? How do I hope they feel at the end of the meeting? And what are the results going to be? Now, doing something like that just exercises this same muscle that we need for planning. That if we are just thinking through that next meeting, it might be a 5-minute exercise, but then it starts to build the muscle. If you just look at your next 2 weeks on your calendar, inevitably what's going to happen is you're going to go, oh, one quick thing I need to take care of for that meeting is, and you'll then uncover things. Marnie Powers, a wonderful woman who's been a productivity coach for me, where I just meet with her once a week because all these practices can drift. I think David Allen's Getting Things Done should be an annual read for me. And it's probably a book I've read 5 or 6 times, but I need to probably read it once a year just to get re-anchored in the principles of organizing all of the information that comes in and all of the commitments that we make. That way we're actually building the life that we want to have, rather than going from one thing to the next thing to the next thing. And fact of the matter is, research shows that the shorter your attention span gets, what you're going to desire more than anything else, if it gets too short, is you're just going to want your next task, your next thing to do. And I think you can see that in some of our younger generation and some of our older generation that has kind of sacrifice their attention span for their entertainment. And so one more reminder of things I learned today here on the Tilt. One of the things we want to do is just get a little bit longer content, get a little bit more about thinking about the long run. Great book, David Allen's Getting Things Done. If it's not a book you think you can read through in the next week or two, there are amazing summaries. And I promise if you read one of those summaries, you will get something out of it. Even if you're an accomplished David Allen implementer, where you've been using Getting Things Done for years, if you haven't been back through his material in 4 or 5 years, It hasn't changed, it's exactly the same, but you've changed, the environment's changed, and that material is gonna show up differently. So with that, that's today's tilt. I hope you tilt into the day, and I'll see you back here tomorrow.